Hey everyone, I'm here today reviewing the new 3-leg thing L-Bracket. Just picked this up over the weekend. If you haven't seen it before, it's a universal L-Bracket made by 3-leg thing out of England. It can be mounted on this side of or mounted onto a camera so that you can mount the camera in either portrait or landscape mode on a tripod, or more importantly on a nodal slider for doing panoramas. So put it in here as landscape mode or upright as a portrait mode. Also keeps your composition very similar, and it's a lot handier than having the camera hanging off the side of the tripod. Even with a pretty solid head, it's just not as stable when you have the weight off to the side. So this is a universal L-Bracket. It's not built for a specific camera. 3-leg thing has a list of the cameras that are compatible with it, and some caveats for a few, like if it gets in the way of any of the doors on the side. So far it seems like you can get at everything you need here. On my D610 anyways, you can get at the battery. The cards are on the other side away from it, so works quite well with this. Comes in two colors. They're bright orange and then this kind of a gray-green color, which I picked. The green doesn't necessarily show up in some of the product shots of it, but it does definitely have a green tint to it, which is actually kind of a cool color. It bolts together on the side here so that you can take it apart and have it fold flat in your camera bag or your luggage. When I do that, it's got this Q20 accessory port on the side, which also works really well because you can just use the camera mount screw into that and hold the whole thing together. Put those off to the side. Normally I would just screw those back into the side bracket, but everything goes together, stays together in one nice little package, goes into your camera bag that way. One of the minor gripes that I have about this, and maybe something they could look at for the next version, is both that you can mount this mount the side backwards so that it doesn't have the Arca Swiss rail on the outside, so you have to keep an eye on that. Not a big thing, just don't put it together wrong like I've done. The other thing is that because there's a little bit of play in here, you could be off by a degree or two on the side. It would be nice if they had some kind of a key or maybe a recess cut in the top here so that it gets squared up. Normally what I'll do for that is just put it on a table, since these are the same width and they're nice and square. If it squares up on the table and tighten it down, it'll be good for you. So that is the 3-leg thing L-Bracket. Oh yeah, on the bottom it also has the safety nubs so that if you leave those in, it won't slide out of the head without taking it all the way open. Like that. It does not have them on the side. Probably not as big a deal with an L-Bracket because you're less likely to have it at an angle where the camera could slide out. Just be careful when you're using it to make sure that you keep a hold on the camera if you're ever loosening anything on the head up. It does also come with the 3-leg thing tools. microfiber bag. So now they call it a universal L-bracket, and they did demonstrate having it on an iPhone. Someone asked, can you mount an iPhone on it? Well, yes, you can. Usually, you're going to need some other kind of clip, but you can mount an iPhone on it, so that's pretty universal. But what else can we mount on this? I have my GoPro with a tripod mount. That seems to work just fine, doesn't interfere with anything. So if you ever wanted portrait mode video on your GoPro, you're all set. I do have my little Panasonic Lumix LX10, and that mounts fine, although the bracket is larger than the camera is. So, you know, it kind of sticks out on both sides and the top, so if you wanted to expand the size of your point-and-shoot camera, that'll do it. Only problem is it does cover up the battery door, and pretty much any tripod mount I've put on here, the screen won't flip up. That's more little bit of a gripe I've got with the Panasonic, because it happens with any tripod bracket or quick release. How about my old FM10? We can try that. This one we actually have the film compartment release on, or film release on the bottom there, so we have to mount it a little bit off to the side. So a little bit out there, but we can mount our film cameras on there. I don't know that I would want to stitch together a panorama that I shot on 35mm though. Yeah, you know. What else do I have to test with this? Yashica mat? Sure. Well, this one we actually have a little bit of interference from a couple of nubs on the bottom, and it does make focusing a little bit more difficult because of where that focus knob is, but we can do that, and we can even get it lined up on the bottom lens to do our panoramas. Now, of course, this is completely silly since Yashica is square format, so mounting it on portrait or landscape or upside down is going to give you the same picture. Square format before Instagram. I think we've met our match on this. There's just no tripod mount. Duct tape? Gaff tape? Something. My kid will be disappointed. He loves the tripods. Oh well. So anyways, that is the 3-leg thing L-bracket. It will be compatible with any Arca Swiss system, since it's an Arca Swiss standard rail, bottom and side. Has things for a strap, top and bottom. And as I showed you, it folds up flat. It's got the security nubs. All in all, I think it's well made. If you're in the market for an L-bracket, it is definitely a good option. This is Peter Holdman. If you like this video, please take a moment to like it, subscribe, visit my website. There's a link down below. If you are a Capture One user, you can sign up for some free Capture One styles that I've worked on. Thanks and have a great day.